We're live. What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here, coming to you from my home studio in Southern California. It is kind of a cold and not so cold. It's pretty decent temperature out right now, but we've been getting a lot of rain down here in Orange County. It's just about 4 p.m. and I'm in the middle of editing together a future demo. As you can see, the JHS VCR is on the docket, and man, I will just say this before we get rolling to the main reason why we're doing this video. I really enjoyed demoing that pedal. It is a very simple to use pedal, and I can't wait for you guys to see the demo. So that's going to be coming in a couple more weeks. But you've got a new episode of Stompbox Saturday going up this Saturday with the Walrus Audio Monument Tremolo, and that one's going to be a lot of fun as well. Right now I'm waiting on some stuff to finish on this particular video, so I figured I would give you guys a little clue into something new in my world that I'm going to be getting to demo and do a video of, and that is the Map Guitars Zephyr. And a little bit of background on my history with Map guitars, which the reason why it says unboxing or unbagging is because I just have the gig bag that it was given to me in, which is a nice mono gig bag. First time I'm really seeing a mono gig bag in person and really getting the feel for how sturdy these things are. But anyway, I digress. I first met Mike Peterson from Map Guitars at the LA Amp Show this past October, so October of 2016. And he had come down to Southern California from Livermore, where he is based out of. It's about 20, 30 minutes outside San Francisco. And he brought his Nomad, which was a very cool hybrid kind of design, kind of like if you took the head of an SG and the butt of a Firebird, put them together, and made a really cool guitar out of it. It was very cool to play, very well balanced instrument. Typically with the Firebird you get kind of that neck dive that they're very famous for, but this was very well balanced. You could wear your guitar strap a little low, but your hands were at the right place to be able to play. So I was pretty familiar with that guitar and familiar with him as a builder and what he was doing. And then about a week ago, I got a call or message from my buddy Coe Schneider from the Coach OneDay road shows, and who's a friend of mine through the 60 Cycle Hum Facebook group, and being fans of that podcast and friends of Ryan and Steve. And he reached out to me because Mike was interested in getting this guitar into my hands, and it just so happens to be one of the many brands that Coe takes on his road shows that you can demo in whatever town that he happens to be in. So hopefully that's something that you guys will be seeing more info of. Once I finish this little live stream, I'll go ahead and edit the video with some notes so you can find out more info on the builder and those road shows. So point being, we met up the other day, and I have spent the last couple days with this guitar, and I figured I would give you guys a first look at to exactly what it is. So I'm going to put this down on the floor, and we're just going to open up the gig bag, and I'm going to kind of give you a brief rundown of everything. So pardon my stardust, and there we go. That should be good. All right. So the cool thing, and I don't really want to rip this off because, this isn't mine to keep. Mike has this cool little laser-etched wood badge up here. It says, "Guitars made by passion for those with passion. Map guitars, handcrafted in Livermore, California." Good stuff. Really nice gig bag. The mono gig bags are kind of like a nifty hybrid of a gig bag and a hard case, and I think they're pretty good. They run a little expensive for my tastes, and obviously these days you want to try to save as much money as possible. So the fact that I'm actually getting to see this gig bag, and that this is the gig bag that Mike wants to use for getting his guitars out into the world, It means that he wants to really protect what you are getting as the customer. So let's open it up and let's see this thing. There it is. Check that out. Very cool semi-hollow design. A very familiar control layout, or something that I'm very familiar with. 2 volume, 2 tone, 3-way pickup selector, familiar scale of 24.75. Oh, there we go. I can get the whole thing in there. But it's got 24 frets. So it's Gibson's scale, but 24 frets. You get a little close up on the headstock there. I really like this headstock shape. I like the sort of cross between a symmetrical tuning pegs and an asymmetrical top. I think that looks really, really sharp. And it lends a really nice, classy touch to the guitar overall. So just some basic spec on it from what I was talking with Coe about and what I've talked with Mike about since then. The body is a mahogany body. The top is book matched Bubinga. You can kind of see the book matching right there, but you know, it's really kind of amazing to me looking at it just how well it is book matched. The two pieces almost seem like they are of one solid slab. But it is a semi-hollow design. You have one F-hole right here. You can kind of hear it as you knock around the guitar, the various hollow points. 24 frets on 24.75 inch scale. 3 on a side tuners, which are the nifty ratio tuners, which I've seen advertised in several guitar magazines and are basically designed that each individual string has its own gear ratio for tuning stability and whatnot. So the low E requires a different amount of revolutions per turn than, say, the G string, which is a nifty concept. And so far from what I've experienced with this guitar, it actually handles the tuning very, very well. You have a wraparound bridge, very similar to like the kind that PRS uses. It's got the compensated saddles, which is really nice. And then it's also got the saddle savers. So it's not 100% metal on there. You get a little bit more protection for your strings breaking at the bridge, which is nice. The pickups are Lawler high wind Imperials, which this is actually my first experience getting to play Lawler Imperials of any kind, really. I've been interested in Lawler pickups for some time, but just the guitars that I have and the guitars that I run into, they just don't have them. But I really like these. I think they sound great. They've got enough beef to kind of keep me satisfied as a hard rock player, but they've got that great note separation from a classic PAF. So I can't complain about that. Going to the neck, again, is mahogany, which what I really love is that it fits really nice and comfortably in the hand, and it's got an oiled finish that isn't glossy, so it is just a breeze to go up and down the neck on this thing. Really, really nice. Fretboard is Wenge, something like that, and it's got the Bubinga trapezoid inlays, which are just pretty frickin' spectacular, if I do say so myself. And there it is. I'm getting really excited about the idea of demoing this guitar, playing it, using it for a short amount of time, and just having some fun with it. So I will be adding this to the docket of videos that will need to be made. Just feels great. Acoustically, yeah, feels great. I like it a lot. I'm really excited about it. I really have to thank Mike and Coe for reaching out and getting in touch with me. and making it easy to get this guitar so quickly. Probably talked to Coe on Saturday. The guitar was in my hands on Monday, and I've been trying to get myself acquainted with the guitar over the last couple of days, and have really been enjoying it. So that's your first look at the Map Guitars Zephyr, that will be getting its own full review with sound samples and more in the coming weeks. Maybe even sometime during June, Keeley month, as we all know. Stay tuned for more news on that. That is coming as well. And I'm going to get back to finishing up this VCR video, which you will be seeing in a couple weeks. And I thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate your help in getting my numbers up, because the more of you guys that enjoy what I do, the more I get to bring you cool stuff like this. So thank you so much for watching. Please click subscribe. And until next time, I wish you all great tone and happy stomping. Cheers.